A clip of G-Dragon's concert scrolled across my screen. I was about to keep scrolling, but I didn't. He wasn't just performing, he was glowing. That pull, it had nothing to do with his looks or his talent. It was something else, something almost broken, something I couldn't explain. I've studied Eastern astrology for nearly 20 years. Today, I opened his birth chart. Why did he spend his first 30 years living like a perfect prisoner? Why did he come back so strange, so loose, so free? And what does his chart say is coming in the next 10 years? Everything you couldn't explain about him is written in 8 characters. Let me show you. Let's start with who he actually is. In this system, every person is built around one core element. G-Dragon's is yin wood, not a towering oak, not something hard and immovable. He is a vine, a blade of grass breaking through stone, fragile on the surface, unbreakable underneath. Yin wood has a natural genius for beauty. It feels everything. That's why his instincts in fashion and visual art aren't learned. They're built into his foundation. But here's the cruel part. This blade of grass was born in autumn. The month he was born, the dominant energy in the universe was metal. And in this system, metal cuts wood. He came into the world already in a hostile environment. That's not a metaphor. That's his chart. The melancholy, the beauty that feels like it's about to shatter, the magnetic pull you can't explain. It all starts here, a living thing trying to grow in a season that wants to cut it down. Now, inside this chart, 2 completely opposite forces are fighting each other, and they never stop. The first one, I call it the perfectionist. This is the energy of order, discipline, and absolute standards. The captain who is ruthless with himself and everyone around him. The idol who believes he has no right to exist unless he is flawless. The second one, the rebel. This energy wants to burn every rule to the ground. The avant-garde, the outrageous looks, the music that breaks every boundary. This is the fire looking for a way out. These 2 forces share the same chart. They will never make peace. They will fight forever. That sadness you see in him, that beautiful brokenness, it's not a persona. It's not performance. It's the tension built into his soul's architecture. And then there's the heaviest part of this chart. In this system, there's an energy called external power. The wealth, the fame, the influence a person attracts. In G-Dragon's chart, this energy appears 4 times, 4 separate places, not because he worked for it, because he was born with it. He is a gravitational field. The universe pulls resources toward him automatically. But the chart also reveals this. His inner core, his yin wood self, is not strong enough to carry that weight. Imagine a single blade of grass. Now place 4 gold bricks on top of it. The gold is real. The grass doesn't break, but it trembles every single day. The world sees the gold shining. Nobody sees the grass shaking underneath. This structure is more common than you think. Some people's exhaustion isn't about effort. It's about carrying more than your soul was built to hold. When you understand this structure, you stop fighting yourself. You start to understand. Your tiredness might already be written in your chart. Now let's look at his life from the beginning. In Bazi, life is divided into 10-year chapters called major cycles. Every 10 years, the system gets a full update. The rules change, the energy changes, the story changes. When G-Dragon was 8 years old, he entered his first 10-year chapter. I call it the era of the steel cage. First, let's look at what the chart says happened. His core element is yin wood. It needs sunlight, water, space to grow. But this 10-year chapter was dominated by one energy, metal. In this system, metal does one thing to wood: it cuts. But it wasn't just that. Inside his chart, he had two protective forces, a source of the same wood energy to stand beside him, and a source of water to nourish him. In this 10-year period, both were locked out, not destroyed, locked out, unable to reach him. Imagine a sprout breaking through soil, trapped inside a steel mold. The blades keep cutting, and the water, the allies, blocked outside. 4 walls of metal. No help, no escape. The chart said, this chapter isn't about growing, it's about surviving. Now look at what happened in real life. At 6 years old, he entered SM Entertainment as a child trainee. Childhood ended that day. Around 2001, he moved to YG Entertainment. He stayed in that basement for 5 years, watching people around him debut or leave. His own debut date, nowhere in sight. This is what the steel cage did. It didn't nurture him. It formatted him. It cut away every piece of individuality. It forced him to survive under relentless pressure. For those 10 years, he lived inside one belief: if I am not perfect, I don't deserve to exist. That belief became the engine behind his unstoppable stage control, that terrifying precision, that flawless command. You think that's talent? No. That's what a blade of grass looks like after 10 years of metal cutting it into shape. The boy who endured 11 years in that dark practice room had grown a full suit of armor. In 2005, the steel cage era ended. The script started changing. 1 year later, 2006, Big Bang debuted. That door opened. 2006, G-Dragon is 18. Big Bang debuts. I call this 10-year chapter the volcanic era. Let's look at the energy first. The water element finally arrived. That source of nourishment that had been locked out for 10 years. It started flowing again. But at the same time, this energy triggered a structure that had been sleeping inside his chart. I call it cracking the vault. From the day he was born, his chart contained a vault filled with fame, wealth, and influence. During the steel cage era, that vault was sealed shut. But the energy of this new chapter hit that vault like a wave, and it didn't open it gently. It was 2 mountains full of gold crashing into each other. The gold explodes outward, but the mountains themselves crack. The chart's script for this chapter: you will get everything, but your foundation will never stop shaking. Now look at what actually happened. 2006, the debut. 10 years of compressed energy detonated in one moment. Then came 2009. The energy that year was heavy, earth-burying wood. Fame and wealth had accumulated to a crushing weight, like a landslide burying a blade of grass. The plagiarism controversy erupted. From a Bazi perspective, this wasn't an accident. This was the chart's built-in reversal. Take more than your structure can hold, and the system pushes back. 2011, the marijuana scandal. The energy that year moved like a surgical blade, cutting directly at his roots. The most violent aftershock since the vault cracked open. This is the truth of the volcanic era. For every inch of light you receive, there is an equal weight of darkness waiting on the other side. That's not punishment, that's energy conservation. After 2015, G-Dragon seemed to slowly disappear. Fewer albums, fewer appearances. The man who was everywhere, suddenly quiet. Most people thought he was fading. The chart said the opposite. 2015. His third 10-year chapter begins. I call this the oceanic era. In the volcanic era, he was a soldier charging through a battlefield. Victories everywhere, but bleeding, burning, nearly empty. This chapter's dominant energy was deep water. Water doesn't fight. Water heals. It's protection. It's stillness. It's the force that lets an over-pruned, nearly broken plant grow roots again. But beneath this calm ocean, 2019 brought the most violent tremor of this entire era. That year, a powerful force struck directly at his most private inner world. By the trajectory of his chart, it should have been a blow capable of collapsing his mental defenses. But he wasn't there. February 2018, he entered mandatory military service. The closed environment of the military became a massive energy buffer. It forced him to disconnect from the noise. It absorbed most of that destructive impact before it could reach him. The chart's most elegant moment, everything in the world of fame and money, paused. He stepped down from the throne the whole world was watching and became just. Kwon Jiyong. Have you ever had a moment like that? Something that felt like a loss, but turned out to be the best protection the universe could give you. But did he actually disappear during these 10 years? The opposite. He just changed the way he worked. 2016. His personal brand, Peace Minnesone, was born. That daisy with one petal missing. The Nike collaboration. The global frenzy. Not selling shoes, selling a philosophy. That same year, he became the first Asian male global ambassador for Chanel. He only needed to show up at a show, put on one jacket, and define the entire year's aesthetic. 2019. Art News named him one of the 50 most important art collectors in the world. At 20, he was selling his labor. Endless concerts, endless output, burning through himself. In this decade, he was selling taste. He didn't even need to be in the room. He just needed to exist. October 2019, he was discharged. You could feel that something had permanently changed. That signature brokenness was still there, but something new had arrived alongside it. A looseness, almost transparent, almost free. In 2024, he sat in front of a camera and said it himself. For a long time, I felt that if I didn't have anything good to show, I shouldn't appear in front of people at all. And then, before I would calculate every single eye movement, now I just move however I want. This is closer to who I actually am. The chart had already written the reason behind those words. In nature, his core element, yin wood, corresponds to wind. Wind is not supposed to be still. Wind is meant to move. Before, he couldn't move because the steel cage had built a perfect mold around him. He had to live like a cold, flawless sculpture. Now, the metal energy has retreated. The water and wood are rising. Those constant movements, the head tilts, the lip biting, the trembling fingers, the gestures that never stop. That's not strange. That is a soul that was caged for 30 years finally confirming it has the right to move. He spent 30 years finding his way back to his own nature. The oceanic era didn't make him disappear. It completed a total transformation. He is no longer a performer burning himself on stage. He became an entire aesthetic universe that the whole world wants to live inside. Now I need to tell you a secret about time. On the day he was born, a mechanism was pre-installed inside his chart. It slept for 38 years. In this system, there are 3 specific energies. When they arrive at the same point at the same time, they merge into something far more powerful than the sum of their parts, like three rivers converging at the same place, forming a deep and boundless sea. From the moment G-Dragon was born, two of those rivers were already in his chart. He was waiting for the third. In the first 10 years, the steel cage blocked the flow. In the second 10 years, the volcano shattered the riverbed. In the third 10 years, the water was getting closer, but not yet. Then 2025 arrived. His fourth 10-year chapter began. The third river came. 3 rivers, 1 point. The sea formed. A mechanism written into his chart in 1988 was fully activated at age 38. This isn't a vague prophecy. This is a precision mechanism, triggered exactly on schedule. So what does this sea bring? Let's start with his professional world. This decade, his chart contains an energy that has never appeared before. The kindred, forces that are the same nature as him. The old G-Dragon fought alone. One blade of grass carrying the weight of an entire industry. This decade is different. The kindred energy means real allies are arriving, capital partners, people who build with him, not just work for him. You can already see it. He's moving into technology, investment, cross-industry territory. He's no longer an artist accepting a fee. He's trading his decades of aesthetic influence for actual ownership and decision-making power. He's no longer a flower blooming alone. He's becoming a climate, letting an entire forest grow inside his system. But inside this deep sea, 1 year deserves a warning. 2029. That year, metal and earth pressure will gather again. In this system, that's an overload signal. It could mean a legal boundary crossed, a contract dispute, an internal betrayal, a collision in the middle of expansion. If he can hold steady through that year, then comes 2030. Remember this year. The chart shows the arrival of absolute authority, not the explosion of a pop idol, a shift in social status. In the 2 years that follow, a powerful, nourishing energy amplifies the entire sea even further. In this window, he may no longer just be a musician on stage. He could receive an identity with real cultural authority, a global ambassador, an industry architect, or a lifetime achievement recognition in the arts. The decisions he makes in that window will define his position for the next 30 years. Then 2034. This is the harvest year. His core life force reaches its peak for the entire decade. Everything planted in 2025 bears full fruit in this year. Capital moves, aesthetic expansion, all of it reaches its final settlement in 2034. By then, he won't need to prove anything to anyone. He can choose to stand in the spotlight, or he can choose to disappear completely, because he will be strong enough that both choices are freedom. But none of that is the prediction I think matters most. A lot of people are waiting for him to go back to being the normal G-Dragon. The chart tells me that version of him is gone. What you see now, the looseness, the randomness, the gestures that look almost chaotic, that's not him changing. That's him catching up. He's catching up on the childhood he left behind in a practice room at age 6. This decade's energy is nurture, safety, home, finally being allowed to let the armor down. For 30 years, it was pruning and warfare. He had to wear cold metal just to survive. Now it's nourishment. He can finally take it off. From the day he walked into that steel mold at 6 years old, the universe spent 30 years turning a blade of grass into soil strong enough to hold a forest. After 2025, the throne is still there, but the person sitting on it can finally laugh out loud. Of course, everything you just heard is based on his publicly available birth date. A Bazi chart without the birth hour is like a film with a full plot, but missing the final scene. The birth hour is called the gateway. It holds a person's later years, their private inner nature, and the things they never show the world. If we knew the exact hour he was born, we could go even deeper. His emotional patterns, his final chapter, everything after 50. But the 4 major cycles we analyze today are only the first half of his life. He has at least 4 more chapters ahead. That's another story. And when the time is right, we'll tell it. Thousands of years ago, an ancient wisdom discovered something. At the moment a person is born, the universe encodes the deepest map of their life into the pattern of that exact instant. Not a curse, not a fixed fate, a map, one that shows you where the mountains are, where the water is, and all the moments you thought were wrong turns were already on the path. We only opened one corner of G-Dragon's map today. Yours is still waiting to be read.